So, you just spent months designing an awesome character and now you want to animate the face, but you realized your design has a fatal flaw. You don't have teeth. Not a problem. Lucky for you guys, my little bro works as a dental technician, which means we have access to legit, high-end, professional mouth scanning technology. And I'm talking about the actual machine and software that dentists use to 3D scan people's teeth whenever they need to print things like retainers or grills for their patients. So whenever my characters need teeth, I go out into the world and find attractive people who look like my characters and pay them to scan their teeth. And then I spend a shitload of time making low poly variants, for game design, and then I rebake all the high poly detail onto the higher subdivision levels in order to have the most photorealistic teeth available to my character. Now, for those of you who want a free solution, I have created a completely and totally publicly available free tutorial series containing 154 videos where I teach you how to become a 3D modeler and sculpt all of these things by yourself for no money at all. I have a sculpting series for ZBrush. I also have a modeling series for Blender, whichever software you prefer. Regardless, all the information you need to learn how to make teeth from scratch is available to you right now, absolutely free. Now this teeth toolkit that I've put on ArtStation is really just for people who either don't have the time or simply don't want to spend months of their life modeling molars and canines. For those of you who just need amazing realistic teeth fast, and you could do it yourself, but you really just don't want to, this is for you. And I've made sure that the personal license includes everything you need for a young adult male protagonist. Multiple low and high poly subdivision settings, the raw 3D scan variant, a fixed straightened teeth scan variant, and a perfectly symmetrical Colgate toothpaste commercial grade variant for when your character just needs to have that impossibly perfect smile. It also has every tooth in the human mouth individually separated and modeled from the inside out. So if you're working on an animation where the character gets punched in the face and loses a tooth, or maybe you're working on a medical animation where you need to see the entire tooth coming out, I have included the empty gums model with all the teeth added separately if you need it. Also, while I was designing this kit, you know how we have wing brushes and sword brushes and shield brushes and monster leg brushes and basically every brush you could possibly imagine? Well, ironically, nobody made a toothbrush yet. So as usual, I did it myself. So I present to you the Royal Toothbrush, which allows you to individually drag human teeth onto any mesh you want. And the toothbrush not only includes realistic scans of every tooth, I have also taken the time to properly name them for you in accordance to how they usually do in dental labs. So you got upper molars, lower molars, upper canines, lower laterals, and I didn't actually know this before, but in the dental world, each tooth actually has a number associated with it. Like this tooth is number 3, and this tooth is number 7, and this is number 15, so on, so forth. The toothbrush has all these teeth easily separated, named, and organized for whatever dental needs you have. So that's the personal license, and like I said, I made sure it has everything you need. I even throw in a simple tongue model if you don't have that already. But if you get the commercial license, I've added a lot of extra bonus stuff that I really think might help you. For example, the commercial license has everything the personal license does, but for both the male and female teeth set models. Now, I've learned a lot about teeth from my bro, such as the male and female teeth structures are actually slightly different. Generally, male teeth are more square-shaped and they fit like a grid, while female teeth are more soft and oval-shaped, so they fit more like eggs in an egg carton. And female teeth usually arrange more like a soft U shape, while male teeth usually arrange more like a hard 90-degree U shape. And the male mouth size is also crazy bigger in general. Like, look at the size difference between a man in their early 20s and a woman in their early 20s. All that being said, to be completely honest, nobody's probably going to be able to tell the difference if you're using male teeth on a female character or vice versa. But if you're trying to be a professional modeler that sculpts as realistic as possible, knowing these details can really help your art go from 90 to 100. So for those of you who are interested in the subtle differences between male and female teeth, the female variant is available in the commercial license if you really just want that natural, beautiful, feminine smile. Now, there's a lot of random teeth out there on the internet, but unlike a lot of the teeth models that you'll find online that are taken from some extremely random looking people, I specifically went out of my way to find very good looking people for these scans. And just take my word. For the male actor, I found an extremely handsome young devil with a contagiously dashing smile. And for the female actor, I went out to my local Starbucks and asked an extremely cute, attractive, beautiful young blonde barista with one of the best smiles I've ever seen. She kinda actually looks like the 3D character on the promo. But suffice to say, just take my word, these teeth were scanned from very attractive people with good proportions in their early 20s in their prime. So if you're trying specifically to create handsome or beautiful fantasy characters, these teeth were scanned just for you. Now, as a bonus, I did add one extra little cool feature to the commercial license, and that is an ultra low poly stylized toon teeth set for game design. It's a very simple and clean type of teeth design that you really kind of only see in more cartoony or anime style genres, but it's extremely simple and it's extremely low poly, so it's excellent when you're making characters for game design or for phone games where you really can't afford to dump 10,000 polygons inside the mouth. All of the files come in FBX, OBJ, ZBrush, and of course Blender. Though if you're working in Blender, just be warned, some of these high poly teeth are really high poly, so it might take a while for them to open in Blender. So if you're just working in low poly, pick the file that says low poly. I've organized everything into layers and collections, and I usually have all the high poly stuff disabled until you need it, because that'll help Blender run smoother. But yeah, all the files are in here. More than likely, you probably just want to use the file that says symmetrical, because that is the file containing the most perfect looking toothpaste commercial teeth. There's also a file that contains nothing but just the male, and if you're using the commercial license, there's also a file that only contains the female teeth sets. If you're a ZBrush user, you'll see 3 files. One contains the master teeth project file containing everything, and if you just want to bring the subtool into your project, you can find that here. Or if you just want to put random human teeth on things, the toothbrush is right here. So yeah, hope that helps save you a lot of time. I know I hated modeling teeth, so odds are, maybe you do too. But regardless, hope that helps, and as always, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around.